Hello, and this is Techtopia here, and this is a video on why you should and shouldn't root your phone. First of all, we start why you should. You can control things like the CPU. Let's zoom in and bring that into focus. CPU. And here we can select maximum frequency. So I want to have the performance of a 1.3 GHz. I would allow it to do that. And then when I put efficient load on it, it will go up to that maximum speed. I'll just put it back how it was. Which is Kingo root is what you call controversial, as in people on Android phones that believe rooting your phone involves flashing a new ROM and recovery. But this did it through an exploit, and also with this Sony device, it's also got a locked bootloader. And from what I've heard, I don't know if it's true now still, but apparently if you try and unlock the bootloader, you can actually break the phone, which I don't want to do because it still sort of works. Now, those are and some of them are reasons why you can use apps that require root. Customization tools for Android. So you can get it to change icon bars and the startup logo and all that. One of the things you can also do is also get it to do custom things, like if you rooted, you can say if you don't have a SIM in the phone, you can get it to remove the no SIM card installed, no service. And now some reasons why you should not do that. Well, first of all, when you root your phone, you're saying goodbye to your warranty, because when you root, you void your warranty, and I think you can restore it back. They may still know if you restored it back to factory, but if you have a Samsung device that has the Knox or Knox or however you pronounce it, that will trip if you root your phone. And then obviously if you take it back to say, oh, my phone's repaired, but you saw it back, and don't try and reset the Knox counter, that says basically if it's 0 it means it's fine, 1 means I think it's been tripped. And if you take it back to Samsung, they can obviously test to see if the Knox counter has been tripped, and if it has, that means you've already do warranty. Which if you've got a brand new phone and thinking, ooh, I should root this to do all this cool stuff, don't. You may be on a 2-year contract or something. Just wait until the 2 years are up, so then you don't have to worry about avoiding warranty. But then some people just go, yeah, I don't need the warranty, and just go and do it anyway, which is fine. But I'd say if you've got a nice phone like a Samsung Galaxy J5 or S6 or Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, or whatever the S6 is called, it seems to be stupidly long named. If you've got a phone like that, I wouldn't recommend rooting it at all until after the warranty, and even then I wouldn't really do it unless you absolutely need it. And another reason why you shouldn't do it is obviously you can actually brick your phone, because there's this one app which you can get from the Android App Store which requires root. You can change the scaling, you can change the DPI of your device. So obviously if you change it to an incompatible one, you can brick your phone. And then another reason why you should, you've got bragging rights in. Look at me, I've rooted my phone. Look at me, I've rooted my phone. I'll just go back onto this app. And if you go on demand, you can change the governor, which if you do change the governor, you can actually, if you change it incorrectly, I think you can break the phone or make it perform nicely. I don't know what most of this stuff is, but I ain't really that fussed about this phone. But let's go on to information. Then here you've got the cores, and then you've got usage, temperature, RAM, frequency, battery temperature. Also with this app called Kernel Rootkit, you can also disable cores. And the reason why I've rooted this phone, in case any of you don't know, it's a Sony Xperia Z, or Z, depending on how you say it or where you're from. And it has a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro, which means it's a very powerful processor. It can go up to, well, you can get 2 GHz variants, but this is a 1.5 GHz variant.